Okay, that's working. We had a bit of a scare there for a moment. What?
Oh, that hurt. Oh, I just
You've
stepped
hurt
on a plug
yourself.
when it's not. I stepped on a plug when it's not in the wall.
I mean, that's a bad thing to do.
Oh, it's a brick too.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing you don't want to happen.
Nah.
You can see this,
Oh, snap.
Raging?
Yeah,
All right,
I'm gonna put
cool.
on my headphones so that I can't get it in my
Man,
My
crazy.
mic.
Uh-huh.
All right. Hear me still?
Yeah, I mean, the headphones are pretty shitty quality.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Sounds fucking awful. Is this not working?
How do I? Can I use not my mic, but only my headphones? I can
Seems
probably pull that off.
possible. I mean, I don't.
Okay, once you guys tell me you're ready, I'll go to the Royal.
Okay.
It's not my mic, but only my headphones.
Okay, that works.
Seems
possible. We're gonna mute that shit for now.
How does the stream look good?
I think so. I mean, I'd have to get on my phone, see what it looks like on But Derek's here,
Oh,
and Derek's
I guess I can watch on. I can watch on. Oh no.
You're gonna be delayed if you're watching anything that's not the Discord stream.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever you're using right now, is that the headphones?
Yeah.
Fuck it. We'll just do that. That's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Am I good to press record?
Yeah, go ahead. All right. Cool. Well, I mean, it'll be momentarily that we're gonna be underway in the Super Bowl. So the matchup this year, Ragin, Jets Buccaneers, big one, and a lot of Wavy had a lot of hype heading into this season. I think it's somewhat unsurprising that he's here in a weak AFC. Who do you think comes away here in Super Bowl whatever million?
I just sent a controversial tweet. I feel like this can be Wavy's first entrance into Super Bowl stardom. Wavy has been playing at a very high level this year, and I know Doc has as well. But we've seen Doc have some moments that can sometimes snowball. And I watched Wavy have some of those moments, and he actually was able to tighten up and kind of clutch up when it could have gotten worse. So I know that Doc and Wavy are both playing at a high level. Just my inkling saying maybe Wavy comes away with this one.
Well, I mean, I couldn't disagree anymore. I think Wavy's going to get fucked aggressively by a lot of points, and as we know, the 35-point rule does not apply to the playoffs. I think there's a very high chance we see the Buccaneers run away with it. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Jets win, but certainly the favor lies heavily with the Buccaneers. Probably 80-20, I'd say. So, very curious to see how things go.
Yeah, I mean, this is the least desirable part is, in my own playoff game, to not win the kick and have to receive at the beginning of the game. It's always just a lot more pressure. So I'm interested to see how the Bucs deal with it.
And speaking of pressure, do you expect the Jets to get pressure today, or do you think it's going to be Baker Mayfield having his way with the defense all night?
I think it's very interesting because before I played the Jets, Doc said that he was trying to help Wavy learn his defense. So it's as if possibly Wavy is at a quandary wondering what exactly he will do. But that's a really good start. Doc's running game has been absolutely uncorked this year. And so we see a patented play. We'll see if Wavy's ready for it. If he's not, we're going to see Scatabo run to the flat.
I mean, this is the specialty. And there he goes. Scatabo in the flat. Super good play. And there's a bunch of plays in this formation that have that same motion flat. You basically have to user it. And obviously, because it's so far out wide and you have to bite down so hard to play it at all, it's very difficult to stop.
What could happen here? Steady, when he lines up in that slot, it's
it's a flat.
Can he audible out of that motion? Hey, at least he used it at that time. Oh,
Outside,
but he
he's
did
got
not.
Mike Evans fighting forward,
Yeah.
able to fight down all the way to about the 30-yard line. And this Buccaneers
Well,
offense moving effortlessly at the moment.
let's give Doc credit. I mean, he's doing what got him here. Sometimes in previous Super Bowls I've watched in the MKL, I've seen people just randomly stop doing what got them there. And Doc at this point is doing exactly what got him here. This brand of offense, largely through that man Scatabo, who's having a hard time running, but he should find a lot of passes in the flat.
You know, you kind of see that in the real life NFL too, right? We saw, this is a criticism I heard a lot about the Chiefs, is that they were, kind of RPO short pass heavy, and then the Super Bowl they kind of tried to go back to things that worked for them in the past, and they weren't having it,
Right.
and they kind of got slammed. So,
Yeah,
it's
they
good to
lost their
see.
identity. You're exactly right.
It is good to see that in Madden, we can have the, what works keep working type shit.
Right.
Run
Well,
up the middle.
Scatabo did move up to an X factor. I don't know what he acquired, but we'll see if maybe that little extra bit of oomph could possibly make a difference. I know that he has Freight Train already on Scatabo, so be looking for that X to light up. That could be a big factor, a literal X factor in this game.
If you can get it on, it can certainly make an impact, but it's not a thing I'd count on. But what Wavy is
hard to
counting on
do.
here is a stop. 3rd down and 3. This would be huge. So
Yeah,
in
this is a
motion,
big
Scatabo
moment. I don't think
outside.
Doc kicked the
Back to
field
throw
goal if he
over the
can't get
middle.
this.
Got his man
He's
Igbuka.
got it.
And he is down, knocking on the door here. 6-yard
He
line.
sliced right through the zone.
Right through it. Finds his man in the middle. And you'd imagine maybe that this rock's going to get pounded to Scatabo. He's been very reliable this season. For what reason? I couldn't tell you.
Quinnen Williams is still there. So running up the middle, he has a shot to have a guy that comes free and makes a big stop for him, but he's not going to do it that time.
Scatabo
They're on the
fighting
4-yard
forward.
lines. I mean, this is what Doc wants. He wants to pound the ball with Scatabo, and he wants you to worry about it. So I think he has to hand it off 2 times here and get it in the end zone for some supremacy.
Well, 2 yards right there, and if he does that again, he's in the end zone eventually. RPO read by flat. It's Devin Colpin into the end zone. Kind of a dramatic dive. Probably not necessary. Some phantom pressure there to get in the end zone, but that is going to be the first touchdown in the Super Bowl. He's hitting the gritty. Unbelievable.
Yeah, a beautiful execution on the gritty. When he went to the flat there, I was reminded of Scatabo running to the flat in a moment. It's like it's the same route that Doc has fallen in love with. So if there's one thing you have to stop from here on out, Wavy, I don't know if you're listening to this.
It's probably the flat route.
It's really that.
RPO read by flat has been very good
Yeah.
for many years at this point. But this other motion flat thing is something that I haven't really seen until this cycle. So, but it's like the same concept. You have to use it or you die. So we'll see if he's able to make that adjustment. And out comes the Jets offense. Justin Fields out on the field, gonna hand it off. That's Breece Hall to the outside.
He can cut up. He's got a first down. That's a great start for the Jets. Just show the Buccaneers that they're willing to run the ball. And so you can see these 3 superstars work in the Jets receiving core. And Mason, I'm surprised the tight end didn't go up. He loves to use his tight end, Mason, whatever. I think he's actually the son of Jason, whatever his name is for the Dolphins.
I cannot verify that, but I believe you.
Jason Alexander, something like that. Jason Adams. What's his name?
No idea.
Mercy.
Out of the empty
In the
here.
shotgun.
Back to throw. Got his man on the zig. That's Garrett Wilson, and he's going to be brought down before he goes much of anywhere. The 5 wide this year is so diabolical. It's so good. Some of the best players in the world playing out of the 5 wide. It's no different here with Wavy and the Jets.
Yeah, one thing you got to watch out for, I've been burned 3 times for a touchdown, is Wavy loves to make sure he gets his running back out on the line of scrimmage, and he just burns the linebacker that is forced to be on him.
Yeah, he's 93 speed, I want to say. So, in Doc's dollar dime look, he has Jacorian Bennett. Holy shit! I thought maybe we could see him chuck it. I had no idea what route he was on, but Doc actually switched and took the man coverage assignment off of that guy. If he was on a different route that maybe wasn't running right next to someone else, we might have seen Justin Fields chuck that thing and get a huge ass play. Back to throw, Fields scrambling up the middle once again, makes a man miss, and he's got room, slides down.
Yeah.
Nice safe play.
This is the way you'd like to see your running quarterback operating. One of the reasons why
What the
he was
fuck?
so effective on his
He's
Super
talking
Bowl
to
run.
Cookie. Do you hear this?
There.
Who is he talking to? Who is that? I don't know. He's talking to
I don't
somebody.
know.
That shit's weird. I mean,
Maybe his wife.
dude,
I don't
that was
know.
a man. Are you implying that he's cheating?
First quarter still, right?
I couldn't hear him.
That's
I don't have the
R2.
sound on.
Or that's
I
fucking
don't
sorry.
know, man.
I actually have a terrible habit of confusing Wavy and R2. I can't at all imagine why I might confuse the two. There's just absolutely no similarities between the two at all. I don't know, but that's my bad. He's literally talking to him. I'm gonna have to mute if they like keep talking. But back to throw. Fields trying to switch stick, isn't gonna get there. Unbelievable.
What a
He almost
throw.
had that shit. That was close.
Yeah. Wavy has been locked in on offense. I think what we're going to see is the first person to get a stop is going to get a huge confidence boost.
Mhm. You've cut out, but Fields scrambling out. He's been dangerous with his legs today. He's going over the middle. Got his man Taylor. Touchdown Jets. And New York, still can't hear you, by the way, but the New York Jets are a football team that have not been very good in a long time. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, they are here in the Super Bowl, relying heavily on the legs of Justin Fields. How much do you think Justin Fields plays into that equation? You're not here. Well, Steady. Clearly, Wavy is a guy who likes to scramble around, and it's letting him make a lot of plays, able to break the edge, break the contain, and that extra time is able to buy him time to tip fucking Mason in the end zone, the tight end. Well said, Steady. Thanks. Ragin, are you back with us?
Yeah, I'm back with you. My wife called me. So.
Oh, shit. What a disaster. I mean, doesn't she know you're calling the biggest game in sports right now?
I mean, she should have. I wish she had known that.
Man, what an unfortunate thing to have happen. Well, I'm glad you're back with us. It's Buccaneers football after the touchdown pass.
Yeah.
Don't know if you would have seen
My audio
that.
should sound better.
Cool. Bootleg to the wrong side. If you're running a bootleg, you probably want to run it to the dominant hand of your quarterback. He rolls left, and there's really not a whole ton of things you're going to be able to throw cross body rolling, to your non-dominant hand. I don't like the call.
Right.
Second down and 10 here.
So Doc just saw his defense fail. So now we have to see him be composed to realize, if he doesn't put it in the end zone, it seems the Jets are ready to.
And right there, we could have seen a lurk. I honestly really feel like if he would have bit down as soon as he started to let go of that thing, that he could have made that play. But I think Wavy just caught off guard there by the, admittedly, I think bad read. I think that was the wrong read. It works out. Stretch run. Scatterbo breaks the tackle, gains about 4.
Yeah, I mean, that's the hard running we've come to expect from the record-breaking Scatterbo. I mean, is there a better running back in all of sports?
I mean, that is the question. And as somebody who knows a thing or two about toting the rock, he's won Super Bowls toting the rock, what can you tell me about Scatterbo that makes him so dominant out there when he's running that ball?
He has a coach. He has a coach who's dedicated to putting him in positions to succeed. And he is relentless. He by far had the most carries in the MKL this year on a per player basis.
Yeah, he's definitely got fed.
Availability, and honestly, a scheme that really favors him just being able to be punishing when he finds open blocking like that.
And with the new addition of what the fuck, Doc. He's alt tabbed. What a bozo. I can't see when you do this shit. He left the call with
somebody else.
He left the call with Wavy. That was hilarious. I forget what I was even saying, but the wear and tear. You'd think that maybe pounding the ball to one guy, that's what they do with Derrick Henry, and obviously he's had injury problems. You'd think that maybe Scatterbo would be, suffering from all the overuse, but he's clearly built different.
He seemed like a good candidate to get injured this year with the usage, but it did not happen. And to Doc's credit, it's worked for him so far. So keep handing that young man the ball.
I mean, if he fought this hard to get to this point and then, got rested in the Super Bowl or something stupid like that, that would be a wild turn of events and something that, frankly, I don't think we're going to see. Um, so
It
Mayfield kind
looks
of out of
like
a single
Doc
back
saw
empty.
the user. Doc saw the user ready for Scatabo, and now, uh, so now we see that play is far weaker than it would have been. The user was over there waiting for Scatabo, and he audibled and sent him on an out route, trying to catch it all off guard.
Well, seems to have worked out there. Now we're at a key 3rd down and 6. I think he needs a few yards to be able to go for this, which is pretty fucking stupid, as we've had some debate about this season, particularly from Blessed, but probably needs I think maybe 2 yards. I don't really
Probably
remember.
1 yard.
Yeah, okay, 1 yard, and then he's in business, but it doesn't look that great. He's going out route, double covered.
Oh, he didn't get it.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
And just like that, that's the
he
stop
is
Wavy
kicking a
needed.
field goal.
He
That
has
was
to.
huge for Wavy. Yeah, Doc had a long developing route to Scatabo. He was hoping maybe it would catch him off guard. He really depends a lot on this concept to run into the flat and then how you react to that. And it burned him there. He didn't have an answer once Wavy was ready to shut down that flat route.
Well, to kick 3 there is a disastrous turn of events, and all of a sudden, you know how they have the meter or the betting odds on to win, and so usually you only hear about it when a team's 99% chance to lose, and they end up winning.
Right.
I feel like we just saw that meter shoot heavily in Wavy's favor after that stop.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to get the ball in the second half, and right now, if he plays his cards right, he could have a huge boost. There's 5 minutes on the clock, and that time is going to go quickly if Wavy gets completions and runs that continue with first downs.
Inside run here, it's Hall, and he's only need about 2. Not going to get the job done if you're going to tote it. If only they had a guy like Scatabo back there, huh? A guy who had the grit to fight forward.
Yeah, I'm surprised that the running back for the Jets has not managed to become a superstar. He was really probably the biggest player in both of our matchups this year with the Jets. Haven't seen him break out and do anything huge just yet, but Justin Fields is going to need to pick up 5. I doubt he's going to be running here. Maybe Justin Fields will,
I think it's very possible Justin Fields takes off in this moment.
Yeah,
We've kind of seen him grow reliant on that, which a lot of people do, but I don't like it. I feel like Doc maybe has a chance to be ready for it. It doesn't really look like he is. He's banking on the stock pass rush, and they get there. Down goes Fields. Holy shit.
Huge for Doc. We just saw the momentum shift hugely again now, and now firmly for Doc, who will have the lead. And if he can play his cards right, getting the ball at half, if he gets a touchdown here, will still allow him the lead after the possession change at half.
One thing I will say, seeing Doc get stopped this early does not inspire confidence. If he's getting stopped this early, it's only going to get harder and harder to score, especially because what we're seeing is what we get. This is the offense, and this is the offense forever. Is he still going to be able to move that ball, or are we going to start seeing him stagnate? Back to throw. Mayfield going outside, misses completely.
Wow.
Sails that thing.
What a terrible throw.
I mean, that route is super good. Murders man coverage. It's basically impossible to guard in man, which is annoying because these other things you probably want to be in man to guard. So it's very good to have, but looks like he has another one with Culp. You see that on the right? That shit is crazy.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. So out of kind of a trips look here. 3 receivers to the left. Scataba motioning to the left now. We got 4 receivers on the same side. Back to throw is Mayfield going. Hits Culp. He's got open field. Sauce Gardner unable to catch up. Juke move. And that is a huge chunk play down to about the 20-yard line.
So it's like a Texas route at the line of scrimmage that he's taking advantage of here, and Culp runs it to perfection. And right now the Buccaneers have to be feeling confident. Time is on their side. They have the lead. They really just need to play their cards right here.
And that clock, you'd like to see it dwindle a little more, but he's just going to go ahead and take his points. So
I mean, you
3 minutes.
Take your points.
There's 3 minutes left. There's plenty of time here for the Jets, and if they can, make this the last drive, they get ball, and they will have the lead. assuming
Yeah,
they actually score.
the Buccaneers have already been stopped one time, so it was honestly important that they do get into the end zone if that presented itself. But you're right that Wavy can play this perfectly, get a touchdown, and then be in a good position getting the ball in the second half.
Yeah, and I think another thing to note that we might see is the onside kick is very relevant. I talk about it all the time. Being down does permit you to kick the ball onside, get that thing back and kind of steal a possession. And honestly, you probably have a better chance of getting an onside kick than a stop. So we'll see if that's what happens.
Oh,
Incomplete on the
missed
first down
throw.
throw.
Yeah, I mean, Fields has been hitting those throws this entire Super Bowl run, and if he's going to miss those today, that's not going to help.
Yeah, that's like probably not ideal. Not a great thing to have happen. We'll have to see him lock in. Back to throw. Fields rolling out to his right, shucking it. Has a man. It's Hall. What a
Crossbody! He
throw!
has that man. Oh man, he has been a superstar for the Jets on this run. I think he will soon be a superstar in Madden, but an incredible find, a crossbody up the field, and honestly, he may score too quick to kind of take away an advantage he could play at the half.
Wow, very disciplined. Fields still able to make a man miss, breaks a tackle, is eventually wrestled down, and Doc, knowing that he will have time, takes a timeout. He's looking to preserve that clock and make sure he gets points here before the end of the half. So maybe you were right. Too many yards there. It kind of takes away that element that I'm sure the Jets were looking for.
Right. He can still take away the Buccaneers timeouts and present very little time. And honestly, that might be enough time for the Buccaneers
Wow.
to make a mistake. Great dot.
I think we saw like a comeback or something there. The defender was on it pretty tight, but apparently not tight enough to knock it incomplete, despite him trying his heart out. So, under the single back, under center here,
That's
in
what I'd like
motion
to
is
have
the
a
tight end. I don't like it particularly. He's just gonna get absolutely fucked.
not
Diabolical.
terrible for the clock. Not terrible for the
I
clock.
think maybe that was the motivation behind it, but really you kind of got to give up on clocking at this point because he's got all day. He's got the 2-minute warning. I mean, there could be some
He'll get it
validity,
down to about a minute if he does it right.
but with that, you're taking the risk of giving yourself one down to score, and I really don't like that shit. Like Doc's a
Oh
guy
no,
who
I
who
think
can
he
make
should
a
go in.
mistake. Like I think Doc's very much feeling the pressure. What a fucking move!
What a play by
Unbelievable.
Paul to do a spin that far in the backfield that actually created an edge to get. I don't think he had the edge without that kind of ridiculous spin. It looked like a bad idea at the time, but turned out for a touchdown.
I mean, that has got to be one of the wildest 2-yard runs I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I thought he was
I
dead to rights, able to spin out. I mean, unexpectedly for us, unexpectedly for the Buccaneers defense, I'd imagine. But he doesn't even get down to the 2-minute warning, and Doc's going to have all day to do
yeah.
whatever the hell he wants, get down the
Wait,
field, and get easy points. So,
Wavy's right on the heels. You said maybe it'd be 80-20. It feels like you probably are feeling like that prediction maybe a little off at this point.
well, no, I was saying the percentages, bro.
Oh,
Yeah, come
percentages.
on.
Okay.
Jesus
Okay, I thought you
Christ.
were saying the
My
score.
God. Oh, my Lord.
I wasn't paying good enough attention.
Yeah, that's
That makes
wild.
sense.
I don't really like this play design. Back to throw. He's basically
No.
speed out or die.
Yeah,
Like
you
this is what
have
I'm talking about.
oh,
Playmakers it. Ooh, don't like it. That was just an awful play. He has all streaks and a fade and an out route. Like that is just never gonna get open, especially against like a cover 4 defense. These quarters, they're gonna play that shit. Like I don't
you
know
know,
what he's
for
trying to
this
do.
team though, for this team, I think you gotta sometimes chuck it deep to open up some of the short stuff. Remind them that you're willing to send routes way down the field.
Well, I mean, we'll see if that continues to be the strategy, but if it is, I'm not sure I'm feeling too confident in the doctor. Back to throw is Mayfield looking over the middle. He's got Evans. He's brought down, and now it's a third
Let the
down and
time
3.
tick, really.
He's not going to. They're going, hurry up. So I know Doc's, this is very much getting on his nerves, but he was asking earlier who has all went undefeated and won the Super Bowl. Do you think maybe the nerves are getting to him a little bit?
Yeah, I mean he wants it. I mean he wants another Super Bowl certainly. but the undefeated Super Bowl is a small group, and he is sitting in the position to be able to do so. Currently with the lead, with the ball, really he needs to avoid mistakes at this point, and he's going to be feeling good going into the half.
Wow, knocked loose there. Tried to go over the middle. Incomplete. A minute and 14 remains, but with no timeouts. If you're Doc, you want 7, but 3 is okay. But 3 also leaves it open for Wavy to take the lead. So certainly going for 7. Back to throw, rolling to his right over the middle. He's got Isaac Tesla, who's going to pick up the first down.
Yeah, he loves that kid. A really special player for the Lions for a short duration in this league. And you will honestly hear him scream joyous jubilations every time Tesla catches the ball. He's a big fan of the kid, and he makes a big play there.
Back to throw, man coming in free, hits Mayfield, but not before he gets it off. That's Mike Evans, and he's going to get out of bounds. Nice play.
Yeah, Doc is in a great spot here. He's kind of won the half at this point firmly, but he can cement the half with a touchdown. And I know that that's in the back of his mind, but you have to say, Steady, getting 3 is not a loss at all.
Not at
You
all.
just don't want 0.
Yeah, 0 would be catastrophic. It's going to be Scatabo going up the middle, fighting forward, and that's going to be now a timeout from the Jets. Very interesting. So maybe he feels like he wants to, because he knows he's lost the half, as we were saying. If he could somehow get like a kick return or something like very fluky to go his way,
Right.
maybe that would certainly tip the scales back in favor of the Jets. But it's a little bit of a desperate move. Inside run here at Scatabo, and he's going to go right into the end zone. So he does preserve the time. Doc seemingly, not. He's confident in the defense to not give up. You know what I'm saying? Points to squander this.
It's an excellent run by Doc. The concept is brilliant. You just completely change the look of the inside handoff, and many play that you really can't do that unless it's that built-in play. So that's really well timed there, and he ran the lane really well.
Well, we're gonna need to see a touchdown. And what did I say? Kick return. He's fucking retarded. He's dumb as fuck. What a fucking idiot. Just completely brain dead. I have to go back. I mean, what the fuck are we doing? I have to see this shit. What is he doing? I fucking slammed my table so hard. He jumps. Why the fuck are you pressing the triangle button? What a dumb idiot. That's a play he's going to look back on and think, man, that's what cost me my Super Bowl? Wow, this defense is atrocious. Look at this shit.
That's a scary defense.
This is okay. No.
There we go.
He's fixed it. What a disaster.
It was really
that
bad
could have
for a
been
second.
terrible.
Honestly, if Wavy just pressed hike, he didn't know how good he had it.
Up the seam, he's got Garrett Wilson, who's going to try and right this wrong. Going to be a timeout. It's probably a good timeout. That was a lot of field.
3 is big. 3 keeps him just a touchdown down to get the ball at the half. He needs at least 3, though, so he needs to not make a huge mistake, and he needs to use his timeout wisely.
Well, we'll see what he ends up doing. Out of the empty here, a lot of options. It's very spread out stuff.
The running back outside is my pick if he's going to get past
back
him.
to throw. Going zig. He's got that tight end who he seems to like a lot, even though I have no idea who this kid is.
That is the son of Jason Taylor, the great Jason Taylor. His name is Mason Taylor, and I'm
so who the hell not a superstar. Is Jason Taylor? I don't know who this guy is. This is like an old head football player.
Famer,
okay, it's unbelievable. I've never heard of this guy. Back to throw. Fields looking, has nothing, scrambling out. He has space. He might even go all the way here. He's going to get down to the 7, but very manageable here.
To play with.
Yeah, 7 would be amazing. Yeah, I mean, he had a fucking touchdown. Like, you have nothing to blame but yourself if you do not score a touchdown here. Well, coming in free as the zig. Oh, it's dropped, and maybe not a terrible outcome.
Yeah, now he's going to get this play, to be honest, in the middle of the field. He can still call a timeout. If he catches it, he would lose the timeout.
Well, I'm curious to see where we go on both sides here.
A first down is still possible, so you could still see 2 more strikes if he only gets a first down.
Super heavy man look here against the empty. I'm not liking this. I'm not liking the defense at all. But he does like to scramble, and maybe this could defend that well. That's what a lot of people go to. This certainly looks like something that would absolutely rail a QB scramble. So we'll see what ends up happening. But a lot
Wavy
of
loves the
options
quick
here
throw,
for man.
and he's going to look for one of his superstars to break man coverage.
Back to
And
throw.
he's
Kind of
found
chucking something, and it's Deontay
intercepted.
Banks,
You
the
can't
defensive
do
player of the
that.
year. Yeah, that
Oh
was
my goodness.
probably
A
the
field
one guy
goal.
you don't want to test. That's
A
not
field
great.
goal was fine. You can't
I
throw
mean,
a pick
honestly,
there.
if I'm him, I mean, I'm not throwing that, but I'm going for the touchdown no matter what because I fucking had it and I hurtled because I'm dumb as shit. So, like,
It was an
unbelievable
unfortunate
outcome.
hurl.
A terrible
Yeah.
thing to have happen. I mean, that changes the game completely. You have to score there, even a field goal. Wow, he blew the shit out of that. Scatterbo's kind of got room here, but not enough to make anything happen. He's just going to pad the stats a bit. And we're seeing a very Doc favorable game here at the half.
Yeah, I mean, Wavy's gonna have to come out. Oh, and we're back. That was a
And
great
so,
halftime
yeah,
show.
what were your thoughts on the Taylor Swift halftime show, Rajan?
You know, I just don't think anybody should do that sort of shit to midgets. But here's the thing: when we are looking at Wavy here in the second half, he's down 10, and he literally is. It was just an inch away from being down 3, from being down 7. You know, like he has to not let that get to him because being down 3 is still possible.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, honestly, I think the lights might have been too bright, moment too big, and the shit just ran down his leg. Like, how I cannot believe that caliber of mistake on this big of a stage. That's some rookie shit. Back to throw. Fields going over the middle. He's got his drag route. He's gonna get out, but not before picking up 8 yards.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, the Jets' offense is kind of back to. I mean, they've just made a couple mistakes, but they're the biggest mistakes in the game so far. If they get a touchdown here, they'll put a little bit of pressure back on Doc. But if they can't get something going, it might be game over.
Well, he picks up the first down, and really, at this point, I just want to make sure I'm getting in the end zone. If it takes long, so be it. I just need to score. We've gotten stopped way too much on this Jets offense to even deserve to be in this game. So if we can figure something out, we're going to be in a good spot. But we got to get a stop on defense at some point if we're going to get stopped every time we go on the field. Finds his man over
Jason
the middle.
Taylor's son is like his favorite receiver, which is wild because, like I said, literally everybody else is a superstar, and literally the running back and the tight end are touching the ball more than anybody.
Back to throw. Fields looking. Kind of pops into the air, gonna fall to the ground harmlessly, but you see a lot of moments where that happens and some fat fuck 400-pound man runs under it and picks it off. Probably fortunate to not have that happen.
Glorious.
Yeah,
I believe it's glorious.
Not me. Get that shit out the game.
Dexter Lawrence just almost did that recently.
Fields
All right,
back to throw out the gun. Looking kind of as a terrible play on the field. He's gonna chuck an ag and he's got it. It's Taylor.
Taylor is just carrying this Jets receiving game along with the running back, and Justin Fields has to be continuing to be poised to get it in the end zone. Would hopefully maybe get him a little bit.
I think that was a desperate throw. I didn't like that at all. I feel like we're just seeing him throw at coverage. I think he's realized that his offense is not working, and now I feel like he's kind of just chucking shit. Do you think that's a fair assessment, or do you think I'm a biased individual?
He's
like
throwing to the bigger receiver.
I don't.
That is the way to use a tight end. Classic Antonio Gates, Tony Gonzalez sort of tight end usage. He's got his man.
Holy shit!
He holds on to it. What a catch by that man, Taylor. Jason Taylor is going crazy in the stands.
I mean, he just did like a crazy flip. I mean, crazy aggressive catch to put him up 7. And like I said, he's kind of just chucking that shit up. Like, any attempt to make a read is over. Like, he's literally going to chuck shit. And yeah, I got him the touchdown there. Is that going to work, the whole rest of the game? I'm not so sure. Like, you're putting it in the hands of the football gods, and I really don't like that.
I mean, all I have to say is thank goodness, because uh, Wavy just kept his Super Bowl interesting.
Yeah, I'd
It could have
agree
gotten way out of hand.
for sure.
And look at Wavy. Honestly, passing yards. He's having a good game. Just some crucial mistakes. We could be talking a very different ball game. But just down 3, Doc is feeling the pressure to get in the end zone now.
Well, under center, going to hand it off Scatabo, and Quinnen Williams is finally, I think that's who that is. That is Quinnen Williams going to finally make a play. He's been kind of had a quiet night, but there he is, finally showed up. Maybe changed his jockstrap. Who knows?
Unfortunately for Wavy's defense, Quinnen Williams stands out like a sore thumb. So the attention is always going to be shown to that man.
Corner route
Tesla
finds
again.
Tesla. Huge chunk play, and already we're on the other side of the field. We're basically in field goal range at this point. I'd say modern NFL, we're in the field goal range here.
If the Jets can hold the Bucks to field goal only, they should count their lucky stars. I mean, essentially, a field goal is a massive win for the Jets because they were just down 10 not too long ago.
Well, I mean, with the kick return, they'd be winning right now. But we're never going to forget that. Unbelievable moment. Outside run at Scatabo, and he's going to get the block from Mike Evans, and he's got one man to beat, spin move.
He got him. What a tackle.
I mean, that is a
Scatabo.
touchdown-saving tackle, potentially a Super Bowl-saving tackle for the New York Jets. It's going to give them a chance to hold them to 3 here, but with how easily I feel like this Buccaneers offense is moving right now, like I feel like it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, the run game for the Buccaneers is giving the Jets a ton of fits. Just kind of cementing that that was the right decision.
And you called it out earlier. Look at Freight Train. He's just fighting forward, throwing grown men off of him like babies. Wow.
Yeah.
It's
This is
really
the sort
hard
of-
to activate. I did not
Right.
think he would be getting it.
Yeah, now that he's got Freight Train, you can just guarantee that Wavy's eyes are magnetically drawn to that running back until he does or doesn't have the ball.
I mean, it's a really bad thing to have on the field at any given moment. But in the Super Bowl, I mean, that's probably the worst time you can have that guy going bananas in the backfield. Like, that is not good.
It's a dream come true for Doc right now, and he's going to try not to waste it.
Well,
Certainly,
I think he gets to the
he does
line of
gain a yard.
scrimmage. Yeah.
Importantly, there wasn't much there.
I mean, I hope we
Honestly-
don't see Doc kind of let off the gas here, because you do probably want 7 bad. I mean, 3's okay because 3 on your next drive puts you, still in the lead, assuming he scores. But it looks like he's just going to walk into the end zone untouched. Scatabo up the gut, touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
Yeah, Wavy's going to have to find a stop, or he's never going to catch the Buccaneers. Certainly one too many mistakes so far, but the lead's back to 10, and Wavy's back to the drawing board, trying to figure out a way to get a stop. Maybe we'll see one of your onside kicks come into play.
I think we're probably going to have to, and they're really, really good. Like if I'm down at all, I'm kicking onside kicks. Like those are the move. But I don't think we're going to see it. I don't think he's got it in his bag. I mean, truthfully, a lot of people probably don't have it in their bag. I barely have it in my bag, but probably a good thing to learn. Because in this game, if you can get a stop away from your opponent, you do it by any means necessary. Out of the gun, we have bunch to the right side, to the wide side here. Heavy
Special
pressure
teams
look.
Special teams win games all the time, so onside kicks should definitely be emphasized.
Fields back to throw. Pressure coming in. Kind of just chucking shit. Like I said, he's got Taylor, and Taylor has open field.
Look at
Winfield.
Taylor, no! He's a bad man. Dude,
Winfield in
what a
pursuit.
play.
And like I said, he's literally just chucking shit every play. He has given up on running a real offense. He's going to identify the
Taylor's
single
down there
coverage
somewhere.
and chuck that shit.
Yeah,
Fields
Taylor,
back to
he-
throw, going over the middle, intercepted. That's Corey and
Oh.
Bennett, and he's got a shot to take this back all the way. He has the edge with 2 linemen in pursuit, gonna wrestle him down.
That
Oh
was
my
probably
God.
a game-defining play. Doc was feeling a little bit of the pressure again after that big catch, and then he says, "You know what? If you're gonna keep chucking stuff over the middle, I'm gonna be there next time." And he was, to his credit.
Well, a nice lurk, and it's gonna put him in a very favorable position. Back to throw, going over the middle. It's Devin Culp, who is actually, I think Devin Culp's a very underrated piece of this offense. There are not many guys linebackers in the league that are going to match up with a 90 speed tight end, even if he's like a shitty 50 overall.
Sure. Yeah, Devin Culp is definitely one of the bright spots of this team. And Scatabo, at this point, is just a punishing runner that you do not want to be lining up against when the clock is against you.
Yeah, I mean, with how easy it is to tote the rock when you got a guy like that who's, excited, ready to make a play, not going to be easy. It's just, is Doc going to be able to contain himself and not throw this game away? Because he's motioning Scatabo out of the backfield right now. This is all pass. All a pass look. Don't like that. Back to throw. Looking, has his man. That's Culp, and he overthrows it. Holy
What a terrible
shit.
throw.
Fucking awful
Unbelievable.
throw. Baker Mayfield sails that thing. That is a terrible thing for him to do. And Baker Mayfield's a guy I've heard be put on the block. Have you heard that or no?
Missed throws happen. You got to be able to get a first down still on a 3rd and 3.
I mean, that is a tragic moment, but it could make the game a lot more interesting. We'll see what happens. Back to throw. Mayfield chucking it to the end zone, and he's not going to get away with that one. Yeah, interception dropped, and this is the moment.
Yeah, Lewis Stein had a chance to make a big play for his team, but it is 4th and 3, and certainly we know the Buccaneers are not going to be punting this ball away. I would love to see a field goal. This Super Bowl could use a 67-yard field goal or whatever this would be.
I think a field goal wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but it is a hard kick. I don't blame him for keeping the offense out there. Very intimidating, especially with the forced new kicking we have. So we'll see what he's able to draw up. Yeah, this is it right here. Do or die. Outside, has his man. That's Isaac Tesla. Touchdown. And that is
Wavy got a little bit of his own medicine there. That's a lot of, at least how I've seen, Wavy got a lot of success on those out routes that just go down the field and beat your coverage. And that time Tesla just burned his corner to smithereens.
Yeah, and a 3-possession lead here. 22 seconds left in the third. At some point, they say it's not over till the fat lady sings, but I feel like I might hear a whale humming a tune. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's just
Holy
one too
shit.
many mistakes for Wavy. Certainly maybe could have used a hurdle there. I mean, on that kickoff earlier, obviously we saw the hurdle. Well, we've seen a pick in the red zone. Just too many mistakes, and Doc has come ready to make less of them. But he gave us a scare there for a second, but he was really ready to chuck it deep. He tried a couple of them. Probably arguably should have had Culp earlier. So you kind of like to see that happen for Doc because he made a great read earlier with Culp.
Nice scramble there from Fields, and you don't want to say that it's over, but if we're going to have a shot, we're probably going to need more big chunk plays like that. And we're going to need to figure something out on the defensive side of the ball. Not an easy ask. Going to run out the half here, or the quarter, and that's going to bring us to the end. So a 17-point deficit, but with the ball.
Sure. I don't hate it, just because you're up against the clock anyways, and so you're just going to make sure you press hike and get some yards before the half.
Mm-hmm. Well, it does set up a 2nd and inches here, and, traditionally this is where you set up a shot. Because if you run it, obviously you pick up the first. This is like free money right here, free downs. So we'll see what they end up doing. Fields scrambling out, throws it away. That's likely the wise decision. Even on 3rd down, you can kind of take a shot. But obviously, if your first is there, you probably want to take it at this point. I wouldn't want to leave it in the hands of Fields on 4th. We'll see what he ends up doing. We have an empty look.
I'd like to see him get the ball to his superstars.
Corner out.
By superstar, I mean Taylor.
Well, Gibson is a guy we've seen be very successful in special teams today so far. And right there, we finally see him do a little something in the receiving game. Maybe he could be a bit of an unsung hero here. Back to throw, kind of a quick snap, rolling to his left. Fields kind of has the edge. He's chucking that shit. Touchdown!
What a play. Probably the offensive play of the game. Running to his left, the Jets had to have it, and Fields has a little bit of magic, but we got to find a Jets defender who has magic right now.
Or an onside kick recovered And we're not going to see it. Just completely brain dead. We got it. The onside kick is so strong. Doc is probably saying, thank the heavens, amen, to not be seeing an onside kick right here because he can bleed so much of this clock down with Scatabo and his lit up X Factor business.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, Wavy's just trying to stack the box, trying to figure out an answer for Scatabo, and then Doc is just punishing him deep with not even just like extreme burners. Very fast for a tight end, but over the middle, you can tell that his defense is just squashed down tight. You'd like to see Doc at least hand the ball off, though.
You definitely want to run this clock. Like you cannot score here and be living because he's like afraid to kick onsides. I mean, I'd feel pretty shitty not scoring, and if I lost on an onside in a Super Bowl, that'd be terrible. But
Yeah.
like, you want this clock to run because he struggled on offense. You can trust your
Oh,
defense right now. The
we've all
Jets.
lost games in this position, and it's where you're realizing you have to hold a lead, and that a mistake could jeopardize your lead. There's a little bit of pressure on Doc still, even though he's firmly in the driver's seat.
Oh my God, he almost threw a pick. Baker Mayfield kind of about to chuck it, and he kind of pulls it back and does take the sack. Rather you take the sack than throw the pick right there.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly think that a sack fumble was almost warranted there. Kind of reckless there to take the hit,
Uh-huh.
but at least he didn't throw a pick.
I think there's a chance we could see Mike Evans take a, because that's a big man. Mike Evans is a large individual. We could also, this curl route, these are traditionally very good this year. A lot of good options here. Good play design. Back to throw. Chucking Mike Evans, as I predicted, and this one's intercepted. The Jets
Doc
have
makes
life.
Doc makes the mistake he could not make, and it seemed improbable a short while ago. But Wavy has a real shot here if he can do what he just did. A little bit of Fields magic, a little bit of patience on offense. He might find himself down 3 here real soon.
Well, you need it. And you have your timeouts, and there's still time to play with. We'll see what happens. Back to throw. Fields scrambling up the middle, gets caught, but not before picking up 5. And a real lack
Uh,
of QB fumbling in this game really encourages scrambling out of your quarterback. Would you
yeah,
agree?
I had no idea. I've played this game so little this year. I really had no idea that it was that easy. That you wouldn't fumble by getting hit like that.
Holy shit. Runs right into the spy. Just no awareness from Justin Fields. He snaps the ball kind of with a shitty play behind him and just runs directly up because that's what he's had success with. And Doc makes the adjustment, makes the play. Third down
Yeah, no,
6.
it looks fun though. I'm learning a lot. I feel like Fields, probably on his best days, trying to be what Lamar
Ooh.
Jackson could be.
Tries to chuck
Uh,
it to his tight end, and Antoine Winfield's going to cradle that football after the interception.
yeah, that seemed like the last gasp, and it was exciting. But if Doc just completely avoids
Passing the
mishap
ball.
here, yeah, he literally
I
can drain the clock down or take away all of Wavy's timeouts and just punt it away, and I think he'd be fine.
What I think is crazy is Doc, I think, largely won the Super Bowl on the ground. Like, anytime he dropped back to pass, it horrifies me. If he's not passing out of this single back, I'm fucking terrified of what I'm going to see. I think that's the key, is probably making him go to any gun
Look
formation
at Quinn
and do
and
some Doc
Williams.
shit.
20 yards down the field. Quinn and Williams chases down the speedy Scatabo. How did he make it out there?
Scatabo, probably not a guy known for his speed, I'd say. But, I mean, truthfully, if you can hold him to 3 and get an onside, there is life here. But it's just kind of a tough ask, especially
Yeah,
when
that
Scatabo is
last
kind of
pick,
doing his thing. Yeah, that was a terrible turnover. But
that
like I
that
said,
that couldn't happen. Even 3 gave you a prayer, but
he's
7 would have
just
been
been
real nice
chucking
for
shit
him.
the entire second half. I think it's very clear he was defeated mentally. He's literally just been throwing shit the whole second half. We have to play smarter than that. We can't let the demons get the best of us. You play to win, and I think maybe we let the frustration get to us in New York.
Yeah, New York just made one too many mistakes. It'll show on the stat board, but they really did play a lot of great great games this year, and honestly, they gave the Bucks a real fight. But I don't think there's any path to victory right now unless Doc does something catastrophic, which certainly is possible. Doc's getting into go for it on fourth territory, and he's just outside of maybe getting a field goal. So this is a big spot, and he
Back
just
to
knocked it on the
throw.
flat.
Ooh.
He's dropped.
Knocked it
Wow,
out.
Doc
So I don't even think he can go
Doc
for this
actually
shit.
has to punt or kick a field goal. He should go for the field goal. Do it,
Yeah,
Doc.
you can make it.
Don't chicken out,
You
Doc.
can still make it even when it
Don't
tells you to
chicken out,
punt.
Doc. There you go. Come
I
on,
mean, what
man.
are the odds that we
Glory.
see a fake
Yeah.
field goal? Oh, no,
No,
zero.
he's gonna kick it, man. He's gonna kick it.
Yeah,
He's
I
got
mean,
this.
I wouldn't fake it against this shit.
We want to see a deep field. Oh, he nails it.
Right down Broadway,
What
but
a
not enough
shot.
leg.
Oh, no, he
There are
neglected the
3
fucking
timeouts for the Jets, and
Oh,
onside kicks are
it's
alive.
perfect.
Can we lock the
It's
fuck in and make this the craziest comeback in an MKL history?
He
An MKL
kicked
Super
it
Bowl history?
perfect.
He just doesn't have a kicker. Like, that's terrible. If
Oh,
that's why you're not
so
bringing the
funny.
Lombardi to Tampa Bay, the
Yeah.
undefeated season and Super Bowl, you're going to be kicking yourself. Maybe even more than fucking Wavy jumping
Yeah.
to not score before half. Imagine if he has that score right here, bro. Unbelievable.
The Jets have to feel a bit of relief. To be honest, I thought Doc was going to make that. I just felt like he's locked in, and he should have. His kicker's just not good. Or the wind, maybe. I didn't see the wind.
I didn't see the wind either. Back to throw. Fields scrambling. He's going to get caught by a fucking
That's a bad
big,
sign.
huge linebacker. Yeah, like, he's
if
clearly
this is-
reliant on the scramble. He's getting antsy in the pocket. He's only
Yeah.
rushing 3. You got to try and sit pretty.
This can't be the plan right now. I mean, Justin Fields is good here and there for a good scramble, but you're not going to find those rushing lanes consistently. You got to pass the ball, probably to Taylor.
And there he is, Taylor. Oh, he doesn't get out of bounds. That's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. It's not the end of the world. You had your
all right.
timeouts. You want to
Yeah.
keep them in the event that the onside kick fails. But imagine we
Sure.
get in, get the onside kick, and have our timeouts. Doc's all of a sudden in hell.
Well, that's what we want. I don't want Doc in hell. Actually, I want Doc in heaven. But in this game, I want it to be exciting. So I'd love to see it go Wavy's way right here. So it would be really neat if he got into the end zone, but he has a tough ask. Doc's defense has really been stuffing his receivers, which is something mine was unable to do. And his running back is not able to beat whoever's out there on him, which is something I think he has a
He has
corner
really
on
good corners.
somehow out there.
It's because of the formation. He's in
I guess the
a
formation
dime.
is not
Yeah.
screwing his guy like it was screwing me. Because Wavy really loves when his running back is guarded by a linebacker. That's one thing. that he
Testing his man
thrives on.
outside, and Garrett Wilson is able to fry.
Okay.
Touchdown,
Okay.
Jets. 3 timeouts.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
This game has become a lot more exciting with that dot. And Doc has a ton of ways he can lose this game right now. You could
Why
lose with a
the
fumble.
fuck are you kicking it off?
Yeah,
Oh
you're-
my
you're-
god.
I think he just thinks he doesn't want to give up the space, but I think at that point you really should have taken the onside. He's hoping he can stop Doc. He's
The
given him the
onside
option
is
to
risk
run the
free.
ball. Yeah, he's given him the option to run the ball with his guy that I think is still lit up.
No, he's not lit up.
Oh, it's not
Holy
lit up.
shit.
Okay, never mind.
Well, it's do or die. New York Jets fans at the edge of their
Is
seat.
there any way he's not going to defend the flat?
Yes. Back to throw, scrambling, has really nothing. Desperate, takes the hit, just sprints right into somebody. Imagine we saw a fumble there.
Wow, we're
And
here. This is it.
This is literally it. Oh
He
my
had
God.
to hold for 2 downs, and he knew the flat was coming. He came from the deep outside corner or safety out there, which was a really nice move. I think it caught Doc off guard because he was thinking maybe that he would take the slot guy out into the flat, but he brought the deep man down. It was a good defensive play for Wavy, and I think it stymied Doc a little bit.
I am staring down Culp right now. He's on that route that's going to absolutely fry. He's kind of setting him up to be open too here. Oh shit, never mind. He took him off. The streak I kind of liked is like a runoff, kind of get him some space. We'll see what happens. Back to throw. Ooh, oh shit. Wow.
He dropped it. This is the biggest third down of the game because it's this third down, obviously. But this is it, man. If Wavy gets a stop here, he could win or tie it. Doc has his back against the wall. 3rd and 12, and it's not going to be easy. And these routes are confusing me. Maybe you're excited about them.
I think, I mean, this post is cool. We saw him chuck a streak to Mike Evans out of this play earlier. Looks like he had, nobody followed that streak over. He needs to make that adjustment. Back to throw. He's chucking the post. He's got Tesla, and down he goes.
The
Isaac
Buccaneers
Tesla.
are going to win this game on a clutch throw from Doc in the pocket to Mr. Tesla. What a huge I mean, what is he doing here? What is he doing here? Run the ball.
I mean, you
Okay.
definitely run the ball here. I
was
mean,
like, what are you doing,
this
man?
is could be scary. I mean, you're kind of putting yourself in position to get fucked.
I think you can kneel it, man.
I think maybe you could, for
I
sure.
think you can kneel it at this point. You kneel it, Doc.
Yeah, you
You
kneel the
won.
ball and you take
You won the
your
Super
undefeated
Bowl.
season and Super
Wow.
Bowl.
I mean, Wavy pushed him to the brink, and honestly, Wavy made some big mistakes. Doc
Oh my
didn't
God.
make a mistake
Unbelievable
until late.
mistakes. I mean,
And he almost made enough mistakes to undo Wavy's mistakes. But the better team won 18-0. Another undefeated season is seen, ending in a Super Bowl in the MKL. And Doc gets it done. But Wavy had an awesome season, and he honestly gave us an exciting Super Bowl. Both of them made mistakes. Doc wins the day, and deservedly so. He played great this season.
yeah, I mean, what a finish. I'm glad it got exciting at the end there because, the score might have been close, but I really felt like he was in control of that game up until Doc decided he wanted to fuck everything up and just start throwing interceptions. Like,
He needs to get a field goal kicker, because he nailed that field goal.
That is a terrible thing to have happen.
We see, is that Scatabo up there collecting MVP honors possibly?
It's his coach.
The coach is there. And the Buccaneers just came to play. Their back was against the wall. They're late. It was a really exciting finish. But they were the better team today.
Holy shit.
Hey guys.
Fucking joined the Discord and it started like looping. I was miserable.
Well, hey,
hi.
Mr. Super Bowl winner. Congratulations. You didn't forget your identity. You did what you've been doing and you did it well. Late, you had a scare. Your kicker was almost amazing, but unfortunately he just doesn't have it. For I guess that
did
moment.
you guys think that went in? I thought it went in.
Trajan thought it went in,
good.
but I was not completely convinced.
It was a perfect kick. I mean, I think it was maybe the wind. I don't know. But I mean, also your kicker may not be that good. But I mean, you won. You went undefeated. You did it in year one. How do you feel, man?
I feel great that this accolade of having an undefeated season. I would have never thought if I was in a division with Steady that I'd go undefeated, let alone win a Super Bowl and be undefeated. And considering you two guys are the only ones that have done that, I feel like I'm in a good crowd. Like if people were talking about the MKL Hall of Fame, I feel like that this accolade would have definitely put me in it.
Yeah, I think there's no question, Doc, that you.
I think it makes a very good argument for sure.
You buckled down and you've won multiple Super Bowls, and this was not your least impressive of them. You were the team to beat on many power rankings, and you came in and you showed that you were up to snuff, man. Even though you got a little scary there late, but credit to Wavy, who made the game exciting. His team seemingly is on the rise, as is all of our teams. But as his team improves, I think we're going to continue to see good things from the Jets as well.
Yeah, I just dragged Wavy in.
I'm sure that's like the last thing that guy wants.
No, he was in the interview booth, so.
Well, I mean, Wavy, are we here?
He's muted.
We're here.
I'd like to. Wavy, I have some questions I'd like to ask you, Wavy. I'd like to walk you through some moments in this game.
Damn,
so
1 second. Scatabo had 13 broken tackles.
Fuck you. I don't want to hear about that. So Wavy, You lose the game by 3. It's a heartbreaker, but you almost make the comeback of a century. Let me walk you back to the end of the first half, the kick return. What is your
Yeah.
reaction to Gibson having the kick return, looking like he's gonna house it, and he kind of jumps for joy, gets railed, and then it results in no points? What's
Man,
running
it
through your
hurts.
mind in that moment?
It really hurt. In the moment, I was like, damn, I hope that doesn't come to bite me. But then I was like, I'm gonna just go down here. I'm gonna take the whole clock and I'm gonna score, and then it's gonna be like nothing ever happened. We almost were able to do that, but dude, that man coverage, it boxed him up, man. And the out route, I had a speed route, and he just could never break. He could never get the break. I was anticipating him to get that quick little break, and at least if anything, it would be too far out. But dude, he jammed him up crazy, man.
Was it by design that probably the three most dynamic players on your offense today are the ones without stars under their feet? You got this tight end that is the son of Jason Taylor, and then you got the running back who is certainly excellent, but none of them superstars along with Fields, and they kind of showed out for you. Are you kind of excited about the future with those guys as they maybe get stars under their feet?
I 100%. They showed that they can step up if needed to be. Um,
Yeah.
it was honestly kind of our game plan because I knew our guys were going to be a little boxed up. Arian, I knew wasn't probably going to have much impact, so I was going to kind of rely on it was either going to be Gibson or Wilson. I think Wilson did okay, but I kind of knew that it would be a Mason Taylor or a Brees Hall type of game, and those guys
Yeah.
balled out, man. They really did. The last two games, they balled out, bro.
Yeah, Mason Taylor and Brees Hall definitely looking good. One play of yours that I thought was really neat, fading to the left, kind of running back crossbody, a couple crossbody throws from Fields. I think there's a bright future for him. But congrats on a great season, man. You just fell short in a really exciting Super Bowl, and you kept fighting even though it looked really bleak at times. To make a big third down stand exciting. You know, it could have gone a different way, but Doc certainly came through.
No, he did. He deserved it. That last third down, that in breaking route, that was the read, man. I had everything boxed up. I think I played the perfect defense. I mean,
Yeah, that
it's
was
just
it. It was
it's
coming
good
open
defense,
over the
better
middle.
offense. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you play good, man. I definitely think that that you still may get a Super Bowl with these Jets. It didn't look like you were far away, but the better team today was the Buccaneers and Doc. Cam Scatabo. I mean, tell me about that guy. Obviously Baker Mayfield made some big plays, but Cam Scatabo. I mean, is he the greatest running back of all time in your opinion?
I, he did have the greatest rookie season of all time. He broke the total touchdown and rushing touchdown record as well as um, rookie season rushing yards. But he'll get there hopefully, but he's not there quite yet. I wouldn't put him there. He could be like a Todd Gurley where you think he's gonna last like 12 years in the league, have a great career, and then his knees just give out.
The fans also want to know: is Baker Mayfield going to be a Buccaneer next season?
I've been talking about trading Baker just because of like an age wise thing. And I do have Tua who was cut on the bench, and I've been considering using Tua over Baker going forward. But
Yeah.
Baker won us the Super Bowl. He's has the good abilities you want. It's just the age that might not fit the timeline going forward, but we'll see.
Well,
Yeah. Well,
famously, the last time a Doc Super Bowl winning team got rid of their veteran quarterback that ultimately led them to a Super Bowl, Dak Prescott,
Yeah.
maybe it was something that they learned to regret. So it'll be
yeah,
very
that's
interesting to
true.
see if a
I was
similar
even
fate
thinking of that
happens,
parallel.
or if
So
they do the same thing, but it
yeah,
works out this time.
I have a question
Well,
for you guys. Which do you think was more impressive, the go-go slot offense or what I'm using now?
uh,
All right, go slot. I mean,
That's fine.
man,
I've
what?
never played you, but I assume that both are pretty good. But I didn't play you in this offense. It looks pretty. pretty difficult to stop. I can say that once Wavy adjusted, there was you having to then make adjustments. And the go-go slot, I felt like the adjustments were
Didn't matter.
less prevalent. Yeah, it
Yeah.
just didn't really feel like there was an adjustment to make.
Yeah,
Um,
I would like to, shout Wavy out. He played a great game. The last 3 games we've played, he's giving me hell more and more each time. The first time we played, I think was the Super Bowl. The second time was this season, where it was a lot closer, and I was like, dang, this could be a potential Super Bowl matchup, and it ended up being that, which I did not want, because of how well Wavy played against me in our regular season matchup, and then this
yeah,
one was even a lot closer than that.
he's the only guy I've lost to in this Madden so far.
Bro,
It's
I
like
could hear Steady yelling at me after I threw that third pick, bro. Like that, I feel like what kind of won you the game, that when I was on the goal line, that crosser, it was really a post on that mesh play.
Yeah,
Picked it over the middle. That one, man, that one I feel like kind of really put me behind because I feel like if I score right there, it's back like a 3-point game, and then I feel like it's like kind of whoever gets ball
yeah,
last type of thing. So like I was really banking on scoring right there, getting back in after that tough halftime, right
hmm
before the half. That pick right there was a great user, bro, because I thought I had it. I'm not even gonna lie. It was open, and then by the time I threw it, it was over. It was over.
yeah.
well,
I certainly think that was the winning play for me if I had to highlight anything.
you, you guys made a heck of a lot of plays. I think looking back, every play added up, and it added up to a big third down conversion. So congrats to both of you guys. You make the MKL look good. Because the game was exciting. You guys did a lot of good things, but Doc, you did the great thing. You won the Super Bowl, so big congrats, man.
Yeah, thank you guys for commentating. Raging. I know you have a lot of stuff going on, and I really appreciate the both of you guys taking
It's
time out of your day
it's
to commentate.
it's a good distraction with my friends, man. So I appreciate it.
Oh, I
All
mean,
right.
biggest game of the season deserves, our full attention.
That's right.
Huh,
That's
that's
right.
right.
I mean, well, big congrats to both of you. Congrats, Dak. Way to go.